In this video, we'll see how to monitor class progress. Now that my students are added to my classes, I'd like to see what's happening, how they're, who's studying, what they're getting right, what they're missing, which terms they're missing. So I'm going to go in my account to one of my classes and show you how I can monitor student progress. Let's start with this 7th grade German class here. I'll click on the class and I'm going to look at class members here, this tab. I can choose to look at individual student progress here by clicking on each name. We're going to look at that in another video. So actually I'm going to go back to class sets. The way I'm going to monitor student progress is by set itself. So this week my students were studying this set. I'll click on the set to see the progress. Here we have class progress. Keep in mind, if you haven't purchased the teacher subscription, you may not be able to access these features. It's $25 with a 20% discount through the link here on this website if you want to purchase it today. And there's a tutorial video on how to do that. So if you want to stop what you're doing, go get the teacher subscription and come back, that's fine too. I'm going to click on class progress and we should see we can order the progress by the class. If I have students in various classes enrolled, I'll stick with this class. Students get these terms right 50 to 75% of the time. Okay. Students get these terms right 75 to 90% of the time. So I can see which terms are more difficult. Maybe I can build in more practice with those terms or that vocabulary in class and homework. Over on the right, I can see the study activity of my students. So when an icon here is blue, it means they have started it, and it means they have finished it. To finish flashcards, you need to go through every single flashcard. To finish Learn, you need to go through every single term and have every single term correct. To finish Speller, you need to spell every single term correctly twice, not just once. Finish Test, finish Scatter, and finish Space Race. You'll notice she has no study activity. That's because that was a mistake that she joined this class. No study activity here, that's puzzling. Either computer activity or computer access at home is a problem or avoidance strategies are good. We'll have a discussion with this student to see why that is. This student has studied all of these study tasks but has not started Scatter. It's gray. This student has started flashcards, but he didn't make it through all of the terms, finished Learn, and has not yet started Speller, Test, Scatter, and Space Race. We can tell because of the gray color of the icon. So that's a quick way to have an overview of your class and to see who has started, finished, completed which task. If I go back to List here, the tab on the top left, this tells me my study activity. So if I did a demo studying this, I've never missed these. That's not really useful for class progress. Scores, if I click on scores, I can see who the champions are in Scatter, how fast they did it, 4th place, 5th place, 6th place. Students can also see this, and they really feed off of this, getting competitive with each other, trying to beat each other's scores. Space Race champions we see here, the top scorer, and then down over on the right, 4th through 10th place. These are the students who have completed Learn. I can have a quick overview of everyone who has completed Learn here. Here, who has completed Speller. So that's another way to see which students have studied which tasks. And on info, this is a little more difficult to use. Here I'd have to hover over each icon to see who that is. So I think scores and class progress are the best way to see which terms are difficult for the class, which terms are easier, or which terms they're more successful with, and who has studied what at any given point in time.